morning, YouTube. We just woke up. I fed her, and today I am attempting to list 50 items. All right, it is 7:30. I have gotten ready a little bit. Like I said, I'm attempting to list 50 items today. 3 of my friends are also doing this with me. Courtney from the YouTube channel Common Tags, Paul from Philly Flipper, and Bob from B.O.B. Buys are also at their houses right now. They're either maybe still sleeping, or they've already been listing, or they're just getting up and getting started like me. Why are we doing this challenge? Just because it's fun. I like watching other videos where people do listing challenges to see how it goes for them. And I like doing them myself because even if I don't hit the 50, I will still get, some chunk of listings up, which will feel nice. So up here I have over 50 items, I think about 70 items on the rack ready to be listed. My plan is to list these 5 men's shirts first. They're just flat lay. So I will just, lay them on my table over here, take pictures of them. Then we've got about 10 women's shirts that I will take pictures on the mannequin, and then I will do flat lays to get measurements. Then there's 6 other items here. I am working on another 20 items at $20 video. If you've never watched my channel before, I have a series where I list 20 items at $20. I poll Instagram before I list them to ask them what they think will sell within 2 weeks. I also write down what I think will sell within 2 weeks, and then I report back on what actually sold in 2 weeks for $20. And I want to get all those listed today, so I prioritize them at the beginning to make sure I get them up. Then I have about 8 pairs of pants and shorts and jeans. Then next up is dresses. I put these towards the front. This is this is not towards the front at all. If I get this far, I will be very happy. I think this is like 40 items at the end of the dresses. But since it is May going into June, it seems like I need to get the dresses listed. Then we've got pants, coats, and bridesmaids dresses to fill in with the last 10 items. Like I said, if I make it here, that's 40 items. Realistically, we'll see. I will definitely be trying. In the past, the most I've ever listed in a day is 50 items. It was in another listing challenge. And that was when I did not have my daughter. So that'll make it a little harder. I am exclusively breastfeeding her, so I do need to pump throughout the day or feed her, which will take up some time, obviously. And then I will help with her bedtime routine. How my husband and I do things on the weekends, in order to give each of us a little bit of a break, Saturdays, I am the primary person responsible for her. So I take her with me. I know that I have responsibility for taking care of her during that entire day. And then Jacob can do what he wants. Yesterday, he took a nap. I think he played soccer for a little while. And then Sundays is the opposite, where he is the primary person responsible. We still spend time with her, obviously, but then we can, make plans for ourselves on those days. Like today, I'm doing this listing challenge. Steaming is done up through the jeans. I didn't steam the jeans, but they're ready to go. Took me about 15 minutes, I think. Obviously, it was kind of split up because of recording these clips. About 15 minutes, and most of that time was spent on just a couple really wrinkly items. It is now 7:53, and I'm gonna go get coffee and breakfast, and then come back, feed Renna, and then start photographing. As you guys saw in the first clip, I was trying to feed her, but she woke up at 4:45 this morning and ate, so then when she was up at 6:30, she wasn't really hungry, and Jacob said she's getting hungry now. I'm gonna go grab breakfast, and then I'll feed Renna. Renna, did you enjoy your milk? Renna's been fed. Time to go back in the basement and do some more listing. 8:45 a.m. It's time to get listing. Let me show you the setup. First up is this table where I will photograph the flat lay items. I've got 2 lights set up that look at this table. We've got lint rollers, measuring tapes, leathering conditioner, inventory bags, inventory numbers, and a bin to hold listed inventory or photographed inventory. Then obviously rack of clothes is over here that needs to be listed. I also have my spreadsheet up with all of the items that I'm going to list are already in here, and I will just update the number over here to be their actual inventory number. So I tried to make sure I had 50 items. Up through dresses is 41 items. This is going to sound like a joke, but I'm completely serious. I'm going to stretch right now. Last time I did the 50 item challenge, I did not stretch because why would I stretch? And I was super sore the next day from, mainly I think from standing up and then taking pictures like over the flat lay. And yeah, I was really sore. So I'm going to try to stretch 3 times today to hopefully alleviate some of the pain. BOE Buys, who's doing this challenge with us, lists a lot of vintage. So I'm listing one of my few vintage items right now, and I'm thinking of her. This is from the brand Gunny Sacks, or some version of it, Jessica's Gunnies. This brand is great, and if you find the dresses by them, they sell really, really well. It is now 11:40, and I have 20 items photographed. You might have expected more, but I'm happy with that. I'm making progress. I also had 2 more items that I photographed. They had stains on them, and I just wanted to make sure that they won't come out in the wash. So I threw them in the wash, and I'm going to re-photograph them. I'm hopeful that the marks or stains on them will come out because they didn't look that bad. So they're in the dryer right now. I really photographed 22, but only 20 are the final photos. Look at those empty hangers, and the inventory tub is overflowing. How I do it is that I fold up the item nicely, and I put it in a Ziploc bag. The reason I do that is because then it's already folded and ready to be mailed out, and it doesn't get any hair or dirt or anything on it between when I list it and when I ship it out. I don't send it out. Oh, and the other thing then too is then it has an inventory number on the bag, and so I can just find the bag with the right number. I don't ship the Ziploc bag with the item. I take it out of the Ziploc bag, I put it in a mailer, and I send it. And then all of the empty bags go into this blue box so that then when I'm listing, then I have the bags ready to go to put new inventory in. 12:10 now, and I haven't eaten lunch, but my plan is I'm going to try to photograph 10 items, and then I will eat lunch. 1 hour from now, 1:10, I want to have 10 items photographed. And I'm working on jeans and shorts next, so should be faster because I don't have to do the mannequin and the flat lay part. Let's get to work. 40 minutes later, and I have 9 photographed. These 2 items both need to be sweater shaved. This one has pilling in the crotch area, and this one has pilling near the armpits. And then I have the 2 that are in the dryer that had stains. I'm gonna go grab those out of the dryer, and I'm going to photograph one of them, and then I'm going to go eat lunch. Also, check out the hanger again. It's so nice. Look at how much of this is empty. Woohoo! Yay! This shirt is so cute, and it had like some marks on the front. I got this at a garage sale. Usually if I get stuff at garage sales, I don't wash it because most people, don't put out dirty clothes at the garage sale. If I buy stuff at the Goodwill outlet, I always wash it. But at garage sales, generally I don't. But this one, it had some stain, like light staining on here, and it's completely gone. And I thought it looked like something that would come out, and it did just from watching it. Anyways, I'm going to photograph this now. I think this is going to sell fast. This is one of my $20 items. I don't think it had very high votes, though, in my Instagram poll, so other people don't agree, but I just think it's really cute. So I'm going to photograph it, and obviously, hopefully, it'll be listed by the end of the day. 1 p.m., 30 items photographed, 20 to go, and I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat lunch, and then I'll let you know the new game plan. Oh, and it is also perfect timing because my phone has like 2 or 3% battery. I'm going to put it on the charger while I eat lunch. 1:30, back from lunch and feeding Renna. First task, I'm going to put all these black pants onto the pants hangers so they're easier to steam. That is done. All the black pants are on hangers. I counted up, and from the beginning of the pants to the 3 items that I hadn't listed from before, plus the dresses, it's exactly 20 items, which is how many I need to hit 50. Next, I'm going to steam everything. Then I'm going to try to, in 1 hour, photograph the dresses, basically 10 items. The dresses, I think there were like 7 dresses, and then I'll have to do 3 other items. While I'm steaming, I'm going to keep my phone on the charger. It's up to 48%. That's good because that should, just with a little bit more, that should get me through the rest of these items. What else was I going to say? Oh, while I steam, I'm listening to Paul. So Paul has a main YouTube channel where he posts garage sale videos. So he puts on a GoPro and records out at garage sales. Then he has another channel where he posts vlogs like every day or every other day, listing and all those things. He resells full time. And now he just started a third channel, which is a podcast where he just has discussions with people. And I was actually his first guest. That episode came out last week, and his second episode came out this morning. While I list, I'm going to listen to that episode, and I will link it down below so that if you are listening and want something to listen to, you can go check it out as well. It's the episodes are 2 hours, so it's definitely good background company while you list or photograph, or steam in this case. A quick plug for my own channel if you are coming from one of the other 3 channels. I like to do videos where I pull a bunch of data and then do videos about the top brands that are selling in different categories. For example, I just finished a series that was about the top jeans, brands, styles, etc. that are currently selling. I also really like to do experiments like the 20 item for $20 video that I'm working on. If those type of videos sound interesting to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. And now let's get back to the video. 1:50, everything is steamed. Time to photograph 10 more items, with the goal of being done by 2:50. It's an hour later, and I only got 6 things done. I don't know if it's, I'm getting tired from having photographed so many things, or if it's that I'm doing dresses, which are more of a pain in the butt to take pictures of, to photograph. Gotta lint roll them more. Yeah, so I don't know, but I only got 6 done in that hour. I'm debating if I want to sit down and start listing or keep photographing. What I've learned in doing challenges like this in the past is if I stop and list, I might not get back to photographing. But on the other hand, what if I photograph 50 and I don't have time to list 20? Would it be better to photograph 36 and list 36? I'm working on, I think this is the one other vintage item I have to list, but look what I just found. You know what it's gonna be? I always find Kleenexes in pockets when I'm listing a bunch of stuff. But let's keep going. This is item number 40. It's 3:40. I've photographed 40 items. I've listed 1 item. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier when I was feeding Renna. I listed 1 item. And speaking of feeding Renna, it's time to feed her again. And like I said earlier, if I don't feed her, I have to pump anyways. So it's easier for Jacob and I if I just feed her. And then I am, at least at this moment, I am planning to come back down and photograph 10 more so that I have 50 photographed. And like I said, it's 3:40 p.m. Also, I am getting updates from the other 3, and let's just say mine isn't looking too good compared to the group, but I'm still happy with having photographed 40 items today so far. All right, I have a new shirt on because Renna puked, well, same shirt. I just got rid of the sweatshirt. Renna puked all of my sweatshirt. And it's 80 degrees out, so I don't need a sweatshirt outside anyways. All right, so I got I'm up to 4 items listed now, which is not a lot when the goal is 50. But I am cross-posting manually to Facebook, eBay, and Poshmark because I still haven't looked into the cross-listing softwares to pick one, and I can't stomach just listing things to one place. That would make it a lot faster if I just listed them to one to meet the challenge, but I want to erase them from my phone so that listing is completely done. And the only way I can do that is if I cross-list them. So I have 4 items that are completely listed. They're steamed, photographed. They are listed on Facebook, listed on Poshmark, listed on eBay, and they're inventoried. So 4 are completely done. Right now, I'm going to get dinner. Since I'm doing this challenge, I feel like it was a good excuse to eat out. So I'm going to pick up Asian food. I got a sushi roll for myself and some curry. My husband got curry and spring rolls. Brenna is going to join me. I'm going to back up my car, grab her, and head and get some food. And then I'll be back to listing. Probably close to 0 chance I'm hitting 50. Yeah, it's definitely a 0 chance I'm going to hit 50 if I'm, especially with cross-listing everything. But I'm still happy. I got 40 photographed and 4 listed so far. Dinner was delicious. One of the reasons I like ordering from there is that I always have extras because I order a sushi roll and a main dish. Now I am cozy in my rocking chair in Rena's room and I'm going to work on listing more items. I already listened to the 2-hour podcast on Paul's podcast channel with Anfisa. That's who his guest was this week. It was super interesting. And I just saw Lori uploaded a video. I think it's her one where she sits down and talks about stuff, which is perfect to put on and listen to in the background. Lori Tata. I also link that video down below, but I'm going to go watch that now while I list more items. I forgot to say the time. It is 6:15 p.m. I'm pretty sure one of the dresses I photographed today is fake. I have a dress from the brand Amanda Up. I don't know if it's Up Richard or Up Richard. I got this dress in Houston. It's a very expensive brand. The same dress, or the dress I thought I had, is selling on their website for $321. I'll put in a picture. And I thought I had the same dress. But when I was photographing it today, I was having some alarm bells go off because the tag, which I will put in right here on my dress, the size tag looks exactly like the size tag on really cheap clothes. I don't know if you see really cheap clothes often enough. I'm talking about clothes that don't even have a brand. There may be like Amazon or I don't even know who sells them, but they don't even put a brand on. They just put the size tag, and the size tag looks just like it does in those clothes. It has like a black stripe on it. It's the same size font. And then the straps of the dress also just felt very cheap. As a result, I did some research on other people's dresses from this brand just now. I did the research just now and looked at probably 30 listings of different tags. Can't find a single tag that looks like mine. Again, I'll put in pictures of the 2 tags I'm seeing, and I'm like 90% sure that I have a fake. So that is a -1 for getting the listings up because I just did all this research. I edited the photos, I took the photos, and now I'm not going to list it. Back again about the dress. So a friend of mine has sold the brand a few times, and she's much better at authenticating than I am. And she thinks it's real. And she sent me a tag of one of the dresses she sold, and it's exactly the same as mine. She said she just thinks it's one of their oldest tags, and that's why I'm not seeing it in the recent solds I'm looking at. I trust her, and so I'm gonna list my dress. Look who came to visit me. Jacob's getting her bath ready, and then I'll feed her and get her to bed. Another intermission. The diaper genie was overflowing. We just got more diapers and wipes because we ran out. Well, basically ran out today. So I'm gonna take the diaper genie. Obviously, I'm almost done. I got it out and tie it up, refill diapers and wipes, and then it'll be time to feed Rena. So I'll be back in like probably 4 to 5 minutes to get some more listings up. It's not looking good. I only have like 10 listings up so far. Checking in. It is now 11:40 p.m. I am calling it a night, but the challenge is 24 hours, so I have until 7:30 tomorrow. I have listed 25 items to Facebook, 25 items to eBay, 25 items to Poshmark. And Renna usually gets up once a night to eat, usually around 3:30 or 4 in the morning. So if I go to bed now, I'll get 4 to 5 hours of sleep before she wakes up, and then she usually sleeps a couple more hours after that. So we'll sleep couple more hours after that. Anyways, my point is that when she gets up, I'll probably be able to get another listing up, and I'll make sure to check in at 7:30 tomorrow when the challenge ends, and let you know if I ended at 25 or if I got up a couple more. It is just after 7:30 a.m. and that means my 24 hours are up. My final counts are I steamed 50 items. I measured and photographed 40 items. I listed 29 items to Facebook. I listed 30 items to eBay, and I listed 31 items to Poshmark. And I inventoried 40 items as well. I am very happy with what I got done, and I'll sit down and talk more whenever I go to finish editing this video. I am editing the video now and wanted to give you my final thoughts. I always like doing these challenges. It forces me to just focus on one thing for the day, and that is getting listings up, and I always feel accomplished afterwards. And also it forces you to think about your processes and how long things take. Last time I did one of these, I changed quite a few things. I started editing my photos on Photo Room, I think as a result of one of my challenge videos like this. I also started taking my measurements as photos from one of these challenge videos. So if you're considering doing something like this, I would definitely do it. It'll make you realize how long different things take. Just a reminder, this video is done in collaboration with 3 other people: Paul from Philly Flipper, Bob from BOB Buys, and Courtney from Common Tags. I will link their videos down below, and if you want to go see how they did, go check out their videos next. Again, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe before you leave. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned because I'll have a video out soon.